Hello everybody, it's Mimberly, and after recording the previous video that I did, I have officially finished recording for 2025 3 days ahead of schedule. This don't happen for me, so I'm very happy about that, but I want to take a moment just to kind of go over 2025 as a whole, as well as reveal some plans about next year. So let me just take off the headset and get a little bit comfy. So let's talk about it. So, oh my god, what a year we've had. I have got my analytics like up on my screen right now. I have not put it to 2025 yet, so I can only see the last 28 days. But I want to talk about what my initial gut is before I reveal that, so that way we can see like, you know, a like for like comparison. This year, I have definitely put myself more out there than I expected. I started diving a lot more into uploading shorts, very on and off, because of, you know, how long and busy it does take for me to get to that point. I've also been definitely focusing more on the community requests rather than what I wanted to do, and I think that has paid off to a degree because I've ended up enjoying what you guys have asked me to do anyway. And it has been such a big year for me as a content creator because I've been really pushing myself more than I thought that I could. There have been so many times where I was looking at my schedule thinking I was going to have a complete absolute fucking meltdown because I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to get this all done, only to find that I did get it all done. So yeah, a little happy for me. That's actually probably the most I've actually smiled on a call or like in a video for a while. So I don't really have much negative things to say about this year. I will admit there's a few things I do want to talk about, which I will in a minute, but as you guys know, I try to focus more on the positives than the negatives. So let me get the negatives out of the way first, and then we'll go from there. So the first thing I want to talk about is just generally early access. Now, the early access, for those of you who don't know, is a benefit for anybody who is a part of the membership program, which is originally was £2.99, and then with the cost of living crisis and trying to put more of a push on engaging with the audience, I then decided to release the talc tier, which gives you early access for as little as 99p. Now, I'm going to admit, since I've done that, I have seen a drop in revenue. But that is because people are not getting really the benefits for having a higher package versus talc. And the talc membership is designed to be as affordable as possible for everybody. And I'm one of those people that, you know, I looked up to a lot of content creators growing up, and I have never really been in a good financial position to the point where I would say that I am living a good life, shall I say. And this is not me trying to fish for money, so please don't think that. But what I mean by that is, as many of you will know, my husband Cade is on a right to work visa by spouse. So he's able to work in the UK because he's married to me. Now, the problem with that is it only lasts him for 2.5 years. So anytime that me and Cade seem to get any spare money to ourselves, most of it, if not all of it, is going on to his next visa to extend. So once he's been living in the UK for 5 years, he can then apply for citizenship, and it's only at that point then do we get financial freedom back. And if Kate doesn't have that money in time, he gets sent back to the States, and then we get separated. And I can't afford to run the flat that we're currently living in by ourselves. No, really, and I'm going to be honest when I say this, nobody can really afford to rent on their own in the UK unless you're well off or you're getting content from potentially something that's not very safe for work, shall we say. So because of that, I will admit I have definitely suffered a financial loss from this, but at the end of the day, your happiness is my priority when it comes to YouTube. I'd still be doing it even if I wasn't making money from the platform. Maybe not quite as heavily as I do, but I definitely would still be doing it. So, you know, that's just my personal opinion, and I'm just glad that I can do something nice for the community, because you do a lot more for me than I can ever really talk about, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit in a minute, because what you guys have done for me this year is crazy. Like, some of you have bought me stuff on Throne, some of you have obviously subscribed to the membership program. I've made some very, very good friendships from this job. Even outside of being a content creator, my confidence overall has gotten a lot better. I think my reading has gotten better as well, from, you know, reading out the cards in Love and Deep Space and the anecdotes. And you've also just given me more confidence to try different things. Now, that was probably my biggest challenge for this year, was just trying to step out of my comfort zone by doing, for example, analysis videos. I haven't done one for the latest trailer because truthfully I just don't have time in the schedule right now before the cards drop. But it's been very difficult trying to balance learning where we are as a community, especially for things like card releases. So when a card releases, I like to be the first person on it. But then I need to stop to sometimes thinking you guys need a chance to play through the cards yourselves, and then my videos may get lost in the algorithm by then. So at least for this upcoming banner, I'm going to trial something different, being that I'm going to start releasing the cards on the 3rd of January, which means you guys will get about, what, 3 days or so to play them yourselves before my videos become public, but they will still be available on early access for anyone who does want access to the video as soon as it's available, because that's what early access is. It's on the package. I do have a lot of plans for 2026, but before we talk about that, I do want to kind of address some of the community in general, because before I recorded this video, I sent a message out to the Discord server on the 15th of December and said, hey y'all, if you want me to address anything or have any questions about 2025 or 2026, please put them here and I'll make sure that I address them in the premiere video. Originally, I was going to release this on Christmas Eve, but I wanted this to be my last video of 2025, so there you go. I said it can be either a positive comment about the channel in general or a particular video you enjoyed. It can basically be anything. And I'm not going to say the names individually because this channel will be deleted by the time that this video goes live. That way, if anyone wants to stay anonymous, they can. But one of the comments I had was, love your supportive little community. I have really been enjoying seeing you cover more lore on Love and Deep Space with World Underneath, and I've really enjoyed your analysis videos. Now that makes me really happy because, you know, I tend to miss a lot of things, you know, because I'm stupid, but I'm glad that people are enjoying them. I also love watching you play Honkai Star Rail, and I'm excited for you to see more, especially with you being a Cass and a Mighty fan. Yes, my beloved Castress. My question is, do you know what series you're going to do first on the reaction channel, or if it's a surprise, can you give any hints? Well, I'm going to reveal it because the reaction channel has already got 2 videos on it because I wanted to test the copyright situation, and that's going to very calmly actually lead me on to what I want to talk about. So I have been given a couple of requests, in particular, Hazbin Hotel Season 2, because I've already watched Season 1 in my own time, so if I were to make another video on it, it'd just be a re-react, which, you know, that wouldn't be genuine. So, Hazbin Hotel Season 2, Hell of a Boss, and a couple of other series. Now, I'm going to be upfront, I've recorded all of Season 2 already. So, at the time of recording this video, Season 2 has been completely reacted to. But the problem is with Hazbin Hotel, if I upload the entire episode on YouTube, I will get blocked because it's considered copyright. However, it does allow me to upload the songs. So what I've decided to do, at least for the reaction channel for Hazbin Hotel Season 2, which is the first thing that's going to be reacted to on that channel, the full episode reactions are going to be a Patreon exclusive, and all of the song reactions will be going on YouTube. And the idea behind that is when you go into the song video on YouTube, there will be a link directly to the Patreon of the full episode, so that way you guys can then go and check the full episode should you wish to, because trust me, I do talk about a few things in there that probably could be better. Now, that does obviously raise a question about how other series like Hell of a Boss and Wednesday and other things like that are going to work. So I am currently trialing different editing methods, which unfortunately is taking a lot longer than planned for me to be able to get these videos out. Because I don't know if it's the audio, I don't know if it's the actual video itself. It just seems to be like YouTube just doesn't seem to like reactors. So, at least until I have a solution, anything like Hell of a Boss or Hazbin Hotel will have their songs released onto the React channel, and then the full episode reactions will go on Patreon where they're a lot less edited. That way you guys can still see them, but I can still post them, and they will have a Patreon exclusive tag on it, so when you go onto the channel, if you search by a Patreon exclusive tag, that video should then come up. With regards to Patreon, I am currently in the middle of catching up old content onto there, so that way everything is there essentially as like a backup. In the event I ever do lose my YouTube channel, then, you know, the videos are not lost, they're still there. But I'm only doing that for certain series because, like, for example, all my old Genshin videos have been unlisted because I'm truthfully not very proud of those videos. And I do feel like if you were to see any video of mine right now, those are the videos I wouldn't want you to see, because it's the very old me where I'm not very good at what I'm doing and I wasn't very confident. So, you know, if I lose those videos, I'm not gonna be you know, heartbroken over it. But if I lose any of my Love and Deed Space videos or reactions, for example, I will be heartbroken. So we're going to start with Hazbin Hotel Season 2, and then moving on to Hell of a Boss. I do also want to cover Murder Drones and maybe more Knights of Guinevere if Glitch decide to bring out more of them. But we will see. But I will be relying very heavily on the request forms to get more ideas of content. And I do also rely on my YouTube recommendations. So if I see anything I think, oh, you know what, that could be fun to react to, then I'll definitely do it. So I'm still kind of figuring out the Reacts channel. It's still a bit of a question mark in the end, but we'll figure something out in 2026. Then I had another question saying, my question is, will there be any room to star a view, as in starting a /refresh in an added genre change /update, perhaps adding the overall golden staples of gaming horror action history, such as, oh, I don't know, let's say a little gem like Resident Evil. Now, that's going to be a tricky one to answer because it does depend on the game. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am very bad with horror games. Like, the slightest bit of ambience and I'm shaking. And I have a very big anxiety issue. I'm not on medication for it because it's not affecting my everyday life. But when it comes to things like horror games, I've always really struggled with them because I'm unfortunately a wimp, and I'm not afraid to admit that on the internet. So I do struggle to play horror games in general, and I get very easily scared. Like, I haven't released the videos yet because I'm not allowed to. But Kawi, who did the dating sim for Love and Deed Space for Silas and Caleb, she's also made a Zane one, which I'm also not allowed to post until she's made that public, so I'm waiting for her to give me the go ahead on that. She made a ghost-faced one just after Halloween, and I played it and I nearly had an anxiety attack in one of the episodes. And that was just a dating sim, let alone an actual proper horror game like Me-Side, which my dad is still keeping on at me for not finishing, which the plan is next year to get that game finished because the achievements are bugging me. But I do want to cover more games. Like, I've played a lot of the Resident Evil games already, so a lot of them, again, would just be replays and re-reacts. But they have been so long, it could technically be classed as a new reaction, because I don't remember 99% of the lore for Resident Evil, because that's a very big ball game entirely. But I would potentially be down. I mean, I have been asked to play Doom, and again, I'm one of those people, I've never really enjoyed games like that. I tend to prefer more co-op games like Helldivers and stuff like that. So it's a consideration. I'm still kind of deciding, but if I do commit to a game, I do my research ahead of time. Like, I look at what sort of genre it is, how long the game is, how many episodes it could potentially be, how long the episodes need to be for me to justify making it a video. For example, Baldur's Gate 3, I knew that was going to be a huge project going into it, and that's one of the reasons I kind of said from very early that it wasn't going to be my main game on the channel, because I knew that if I sat down and played Baldur's Gate 3 for hours and hours and hours on end, I was going to get burnt out on it. Because for me to get a video that's long enough for me to justify posting it on YouTube with the length of the game, I have to play Baldur's Gate 3 for anywhere between an hour and a half to 3 hours, just for one episode. Then I got to edit all of that down, and obviously I have been reducing the editing by including some of the fights in there, but I don't include all of it because I do sometimes run around for ages, getting very confused as to what I need to do. So I do edit that part out so that way I'm not boring you guys and I'm keeping you guys engaged on the videos. But it's, that's the thing. I think a lot of people tend to forget I am a solo person. I am doing this entire thing by myself. So shorts, editing, rendering, the recording, the thumbnails, the titles, that is all done by me. So I'm trying to be cautious and realistic on my timing, which is one of the reasons certain series were postponed to 2026, because I just wanted time to catch up on everything else before opening up my schedule a little bit. So there is a possibility, but it does depend on the game. So my best suggestion would be, if you do want to see me play something, then just put it in the request form and I will consider it. Another question I've had is, ever thought of doing a hear me out video just for the fun of it? Now, a hear me out video, I would need a bit more kind of explanation as to what we mean by that. Because hear me out is a very broad subject. Like, could it be like a love and D-space hear me out situation? Or, you know, I need a little bit more kind of clarification on what exactly we mean. But if we're talking kind of like odd opinions, I would be down to do that. But I would be also hiding afraid because I think people would come at me with pitchforks for some of my opinions. But, whew, yeah, that's a bit of a... That would be an interesting concept, though. Very interesting concept. Okay, let's see. Who else have we got? Okay, let's see. So, another... I think this might be actually the last question we've got. Let's say, hypothetically, regardless of if you can or not, if you could make your own game, what genre would it be? Ooh, that's spicy. What kind of gameplay would it have? What would the protagonist be like, and what kind of person would they be? You said you're interested in voice acting. Would you voice the protagonist yourself? Now, see, I'm going to sound cringe when I say this, but if I had an unlimited budget, I probably would stick to something simple like a dating sim, only because the amount of time and dedication I'd have to put into making a game that's like a story-driven game, for example, let's just say, for example, something like Resident Evil, that would be way too out of my my time allocation, and I think that'd be too much to put in. But I think a dating sim, while it's still going to be quite a bit of dedication, would be easier, especially if this is like a one-off project situation. Now, if I was going into the gaming industry and becoming a developer, that would be a completely different story. But if we were just talking about, you know, a silly little one-off that I happen to be collaborated with, or I'm like the kind of the mastermind behind, I probably would go like as a cringy like dating mim simulator sort of thing, or like have a little silly dating sim where you guys can date me and I voice the voice lines, and you know, that sort of thing, because I feel like that would be more of a meme than a serious game. But I don't know what you lot like. I mean, I get some very comments I get on my channel, shall I say, that go into the how to review. 99% of them are either me talking about OF, as in I should be on OF, or something to do with my a woman parts, shall we say. So that would be a funny like little concept to do. But to answer your question, if I had unlimited time and I wasn't worrying about YouTube, I'd probably go something story driven. If not, probably something dating sim related, because I think, to be honest, it would also match the niche of the channel. So, I don't know, that made the most sense for me. Oh, here we go. Also, not to be specific this year, but what's been your best part of your new YouTube journey? Honestly, this is going to sound very cringe, so I apologize in advance, but my favorite part of my new YouTube journey has honestly just been rebuilding from the ground up. Like, I know it sounds crazy. Like, to get into the YouTube monetization program, you've got two tiers. You can either get to, I think it's 500 subscribers, and I want to say it's 1,000 public watch hours. And then you can open the memberships on your channel. And then if you get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of public watch hours, then you can apply for the YouTube monetization program, which is the one where you have not only memberships available, but also you get paid through ads. Now, I'm going to be completely upfront. I usually make anywhere between £50 to £90 after taxes. And because my taxes get deducted before it comes into my bank account. And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for any monetization I get, but if I was solely relying on ads, I would not get paid every month, because you need to get a minimum payout of £60 a month to qualify for the monthly payout. And when after taxes, it usually takes off about £20 off me. So say, for example, I earn, let's say, £95 in a YouTube month on YouTube, I probably would be seeing about £72 something of that. And I'm not complaining, but it does hit, and most of my revenue does come from the membership program, because whatever tier that you guys sign up to, I get 70% of that payout. So, as an example, if you were to pay £10 a month for the channel, let's just say that as an example, I'd see £7 of that. which to a lot of people is not very much, but for me, that's a very big difference. And I do appreciate anybody who is in the membership program. That's why I do the call outs at the end of every video. And I do keep that updated as often as I can. I do actually check regularly, because I don't get notified if you join the membership program. I manually check it every day, but I do get a little panel when I load up my YouTube dashboard, which basically shows me all my analytics for like the latest video and things like that. If I notice a new name in there, I will immediately go to Canva, update my outro, redo it, and then you know, get it ready for the next video, because I do want to make sure that if you are joining, you get that recognition straight away. But my favorite part of the YouTube journey has been starting from the ground up, because the community that I've created and grown with you guys since starting YouTube has been much more open, honest, and honestly a lot more transparent with me than my previous channel. So for those of you who don't know, I've actually been doing YouTube for over 6 years, over multiple channels. Originally, I had a channel called Bissy Flame that was going on for about a year. And then I gave up on that. Then I tried another channel. I don't even remember the name of it. That didn't even start because, again, I got hit with the, oh, I won't be good enough situation. Then I started Mimberly, the original Mimberly channel. That went on for about 2 to 3 years, I think. Something like that. And because I was running promotions on the channel, which were paid promotions through YouTube, a lot of the subscribers I had, because I think we got to about 7.5k on that, a lot of them were bots. So every time a video would come out, it would send out all these notifications to my subscribers, and then I just wasn't getting the clicks, which means then the videos were not being pushed out to more people, because the YouTube algorithm goes off of the user interaction. So that's why you'll hear a lot of YouTubers, including myself, saying that if you enjoy the video, to like it, subscribe to the channel. All of that is analytics and data that the YouTube AI on the algorithm will use to go, okay, you've watched Mimberly in the past on this video, you may also like this video that she's posted. And that's how we as content creators get discovered. I'm going to look again at the analytics in a minute, because it will be interesting to do this live with you guys, and I'm going to be completely upfront and transparent with you about what I'm earning and things like that. But that's one of the reasons we say it. We don't say it because we want to. We don't want to be, you know, your parents and reminding you to click the little button, but it does go further than you think, and that's why we say it. So, let's see. Oh, I did actually ask about the hear me outs. Oh god. We've also had people saying reading an unhinged fanfic, because I love to hear your voice and when you'll be flustered. Well, I'm going to be posting my reaction to Lights Out, which is of the audiobook, which is the same book I've got on that side there. So that's going to be coming in 2026 as well, because again, YouTube will not let me get away with that. So I've told people to I've just basically told people to send me unhinged fanfics, and I will read them, because I am a person of the people. Right, on that note, let's go to my analytics page. So here we are. This is it. Ah, dear. Right, this is not the latest content. I have made more since then. I've just not posted it yet. So we're going to change this. And we're going to change it to 2025. I'm actually really nervous, because I don't know how this is. I have not looked at the analytics since like October. So I don't know how crazy this has gone since then, but how many? 553,707. And that's not even including the other videos that I've done ahead of time for this, that I've not even posted yet. Wow. Oh my god, what the hell happened that day? Jesus. 7,000 oh god, that's probably tomorrow's Catch 22 actually, now I think of, oh wait, no, the timing's for that wrong. 43,000 watch hours and a sub gain of 1.9k. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So we've actually got 1,864. So let me do some math. So what are we actually on at the moment, at the time of recording this? Don't judge my my feed. Let's see. So let's just do some math really quickly. So 3,147 subscribers. Take away 1,864. We started the year on 1.2. I'd literally not long got into the YouTube creator program. We've gained 1,864 new members since starting 2025. Oh my god. And now that estimated revenue, I guarantee I've probably taken home about 800 of that after taxes, but oh my god. That's crazy. Let's have a little look. Oh god, I want to see what the top content. Oh yeah, of course, me talking about the Lexi situation when she temporarily left Love and Deep Space and we didn't know she was going to come back. I'm not surprised that's my top content. I have unlisted that video since then because obviously Lexi's returned now and I didn't want to bring attention to it. Obviously a short. Oh my god, that short did really good. What the hell? Oh yeah. Of course, Tomorrow's Catch 22 was on there. Oh, me talking about the online safety ad. Again, that's been unlisted since because I don't want to talk about that sort of stuff anymore. Oh, Caleb's bringing the story reaction. The idol banner. 3.0 being a period tracker. And the idol banner. And of course, Raphael calling me poor also made it there as well. Oh yeah, let's look at the audience actually. So, oh my god. So the estimated total number of viewers in the last 28 days is 14.4k of you. Guys, what the hell? Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Channels that your audience watches also include Night of Lies, not surprised, Tama, Gotcha Goblin, Scarlet. I don't know who Saucy Sim is. I might have to look her up. Let's see. Most of you seem to be around from 4 p.m. onwards throughout the week. Oh my god. Like, just looking at, and like, wow. Out of everyone who watches the channel, 58% of you are not subscribed, but 42% of you are. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so happy with that analytic because when on my last channel, it was more like 96 not subscribed, 4% is subscribed. So the fact that I know there's people returning, that makes me so happy. Oh god, okay. I'm trying not to cry. But I'm failing. Okay, so 86.9% of you is female. Yeah, not surprised. Love and Deep Space themed. Just under 13% of you being male. Okay, I did not expect the men to stick around, but you know what? I'll take it. And the average audience is from 18 to 24 years old, and then the vast majority being 25 to 34, and some of you going 35 to 44. You know what? I'm happy with that. Again, like, the online safety ad has really fucked creators this year, especially in the UK, so a lot of our videos are being hidden from people they think are under 18. So I'm taking that into consideration when I'm looking at this year's stats, but oh my god, that is insane. The amount of... That is actually insane. That's crazy. 28% of you are from the States. Oh, of course. Texas. I say Texas as if that's the only state in the US. It's not, but obviously I say Texas because I'm allowed because, you know, I'm married to one. That is actually insane. And then, like, just looking at the content as well. Wow. What? 8.3 million impressions. YouTube has shown my face to people 8.3 million times alone in 2025, and I've only gone out in public and I've only been recognized once. That is insane. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Overall browse features, channel pages, suggested videos, and YouTube search. Okay, so YouTube search means my SEO and my search engine optimization is working to a degree, so I will take that very happily. Of course, Love and Deep Space memory playthroughs for the playlist. That makes me happy. It means the playlists are working. Suggested videos. Of course, Tomorrow's Catch 22 is on there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I did not expect that. Impressions through click rate 3.2%, so there's definitely room to improve there. That means out of the 8.3 million times I've been shown, only 3.2% of the time it's converted into a successful click. Yeah, that definitely needs to be worked on. But you know what? for my second year of like really dedicating myself to YouTube properly, I'm not going to complain about that in the slightest. That's insane. I did not expect it to be that high. Wow. I genuinely am stumped. I don't know how to respond to any of that, really. But on that note, let's talk about 2026. So I'm going to make a couple of announcements now, but I'm going to be honest, I'm going to keep some things secret because I do want to surprise some of you a little bit. So for those of you who have not noticed, I have returned to streaming officially. So I'm now doing streams during the week and occasionally the weekends too. Now the point of these live streams is not just to interact with you guys live, but it's also to bring other games to the channel that you guys may not see me play normally. So for those of you who don't know, I have 3 channels. I have got my main channel, which is this one, being just Mimberly. I've got Mimby YT, which is my gaming channel, which is a part-time channel. So for any games that I don't play, or I do play that does not feel like it fits in the main niche of the main channel, such as Gacha, which is basically what this channel is, the videos will be going over there. So today, for instance, we did a Stardew Valley playthrough. We started that. I'm going to be playing Dispatch because I've played episode 1 so far of that and I've been really enjoying that, so I'm going to make that a series. I also am going to be playing other games like Mad Father, Eve. I've also played Witch's House on that channel before. So anything that I play which I feel like could make a good video series, but I don't want it to go on the main channel because it doesn't fit the niche, it will be going there. So if you haven't already, I would recommend subscribing to that one. And then obviously you got the Mimby Reacts, which is the reaction channel, which is going to be officially opening in 2026. But I do want to start talking about the plan for 2026. My main focus is going to be very, especially for the first 4 to 5 months, is going to be very focused on getting early access available for members, because I've said this before, but in March to April, I will be very predominantly focused on my husband, as that's going to be around the time of year that his right to remain visa is due. So me and him will have to go to a meeting, we'll have to fill out some forms, get it all set up. We may potentially go for a lawyer, it depends on money. So we're going to be very busy from March to April time. So I'm going to be trying to get as far ahead on videos as possible so I can safely take a week or 2 off, and then it's not going to impact uploads for you guys. So if you are considering becoming a member and trialing it even for a month, January is probably going to be the best month to do that. To give you an idea, I've already got 10 videos recorded ready for 2026 that I'd done ahead of time. So, because sometimes I'm in the mood to just play a certain game and you go, you know what, I might as well record it. Some of those videos being Zenless Zone Zero. I'm nearly caught up to Genshin at the time of recording this, so I'm getting there now. I had to get basically really focused on leveling up some characters because I just couldn't beat Raiden. That's the truth. I was stuck on Raiden for God knows how long because I was relying on Oz because I haven't got any good characters on that account yet, and yeah, that's always that's been fun. And I'm also going to be keeping double uploads for Saturdays, but I'm also going to be doing double uploads on Wednesdays as well. And for Love and Deep Space girlies, if we have a new banner, it is not going to be impacting current uploads going forward either. So for this upcoming banner, Throne of Eros, which is the 5.0 anniversary banner, I am very happy to officially announce that if there is a multi-banner and obviously event playthroughs and things like that are coming in, they will not be impacting the regular uploads of other games such as Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, Date Everything, and more like that, because they will be coming out as additional uploads on the days that they become available. So if, say for example, there is 5 cards in a multi, just as an example, you'll get 1 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, 1 on Monday, and vice versa, until all of that content has been covered, as well as other content for those of you on the channel who may not be into Love and Deep Space content, because I know there is quite a few of you lingering there. But on that note, I think I'm ready to say goodbye to 2025 and bring on 2026, and this is my last video to record for this year. So Again, thank you so much to every single one of you who has supported me, watched me over the last year, left a comment, left a like, because everything that you do really does mean the world to me. I am so lucky to have a community like yourselves. We have been so good at dodging things like drama. You know, I've not been involved in any controversies or anything like that, so yay me! You know, I'm also doing a massive collaboration with other Love and Deep Space creators next year on the 17th of January, including creators such as Nate Doggo, Lexi, I think Gotcha Goblin's in there as well. You've also got, you know, Tani, my streaming wife, and things like that. So honestly, I am really looking forward to it. Why do you think I've been catching up on my World Underneaths? Because lore is needed. Lore knowledge is needed. And I really do genuinely hope that you all have an amazing New Year's. And even if you don't celebrate it, it's a new year. And this is a good opportunity to push us even further. So if you are seeing this and you've never met me before or you've not subscribed yet, make sure you have, because 2026 is going to be a very big year for me as a content creator. And I hope that as many of you stay with the journey as physically possible. If I've missed any questions or you have any questions for me, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I will try to my best to respond to all of them. And on that note, I'm going to take a couple of days off. For once. That's not me. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But on that note, I'm going to leave you guys to it. There's 2 more videos dropping for 2025 tomorrow, including Heartbeats Ablaze with Silas, because I forgot to finish off that part of the event with him, and Date Everything to really close things off on a good note. So I'm going to leave you to it. If I don't see you in tomorrow's video, I'll see you in 2026. Have a lovely new year, people. Stay safe and see you there. Bye!